When I think of home, I think of CRYP. Nobody gets left out. The toy drive is inclusive of the whole community. I feel like it's part of Cheyenne River.
The toy drive, I think, is one of the most loved programs that we offer here at the Cheyenne River Youth Project. Every child deserves a good memory about the holidays.
The gift of giving is important because we can give back to the people that need coats, clothes, toys for the kids, and help out others.
Some kids don't get presents. When I was growing up, I didn't really get to get presents, and I would love for other kids to get presents.
A lot of families here in particular struggle with getting what they feel is enough gifts for their children around this time of year because they want to make it special for each and every child.
One had 12 grandchildren in the house. And she said, I want to thank you guys for doing that because it was difficult to buy them presents for all of them.
Not having presents or not knowing if you're going to be able to provide presents for your children, the toy drive alleviates some of that pressure and really does make Christmas for people.
I was one of those kids with a big family. I understand when they write those letters that they really do put faith in us that they're going to get something that they want.
They do a good job making sure children get what they want and what they need and what they ask for. It's personalized, and the way that they run it is with a lot of dignity.
We're going the extra mile to say, what is it that you really want? And we want to get that thing for you.
They'll give you what you want on your list if that is possible, and they want to make that possible because they know how much maybe your family is struggling.
What are they going to think when they open up this present? Everything is about them and what they want and what would make them happy and what would bring them joy and what would bring the family joy.
This Christmas toy drive is a wonderful thing for the community. There are many children that need to be showered with gifts that maybe their families are unable to afford at the moment. This gives a little help and brings joy to the families and the children on Christmas Day each and every year.
It gives people hope. Kids need to be shown that someone cares for them, that someone's putting in the effort and the time and the energy.
The Cheyenne River Youth Project has organized a toy drive since about 1989. We have consistently grown in the number of children we serve through the toy drive. I believe last year was around 1,700 plus kids, and each of them would have received 4 gifts from us. So that's a lot of wrapping and a lot of manpower and resources that we bring into our community.
A lot of the volunteers put their hearts into every piece of it. Fundraising, wrapping presents, delivering of gifts to the children, just countless hours. They really dedicate themselves to the toy drive.
It's a month where we can push our hardest to bring as much joy and happiness to the kids that we're dedicated to.
This community is so amazing. If we ask for their help, they'll come, and they did. And I'm truly grateful for that. We wouldn't have been able to do it without them.
I teach my kids to help when people need help.
In my community, we kind of help each other out if someone's in need of something.
It feels good to help, and that's what I teach them, because down the road you might need help and people will help you.
It feels good to give back to people. You feel honest about yourself and you have fun with other people.
It feels really good to be able to be here with so many other people who want to help as well. And it's nice to know as you're wrapping gifts that this is going to make some kids' day.
It's not really most about the presents, but I'm just glad I get to make the kids happy.
They grow up knowing that they're Lakota and being generous and taking care of family is really important. Some of the Dear Santa letters are just remarkable. Sometimes they're like, we just would like pots and pans for my grandma, or I just want my mom to be happy. Of course, we can't make everything right for mom, but if we can get some dishes or blankets for grandma, that makes us so happy. And that just also speaks to these kids as Lakota kids. They know their roots. They know where they come from.
Generosity, you can show others how to be generous to others and respect others.
It warms my heart to give.
Giving and generosity helps you on the inside too. Not just being selfish or selfless, but like giving to others. That kind of makes you feel better about yourself, that you should like keep doing that. And in life, it could get better.
You don't want to let that other person feel like they're being left out of stuff. You don't want them to like, oh, I'm alone, no one's gonna talk to me, no one's gonna be my friend. You don't want people thinking like that because they get down on themselves, they have lack of confidence, and that's just something I don't want people to have in them.
It's a great opportunity to let all the kids know that they're valued, and that's at the core of everything that Cheyenne River Youth Project does.
As I've come to the Cheyenne River Youth Project, and as I've been able to give back to these kids, the joy and happiness I've been able to feel in my life has grown so much, and that's what service is all about.
One of the bigger aspects of Christmas as well is not just the gifts, the wrapping and stuff like that. It's meant to push the community to help each other out and coming together to do it.
Seeing those kids come in and get their gifts and run up to Santa and see Santa, to see the magic alive is really cool. All the families were like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that means everything.
This time of year especially, sometimes it's hard for people and it can stress them out, but I want them to know that everybody's family and we can all take care of each other.
CRYP has really made us more connected, and we're not just another reservation in the United States. We're more than that. We're a community. We're interconnected.
We want to create that magic, and we have Santa, and we have trees, and we have beautiful murals as a backdrop, and we do all of that. But I think the more important thing is that every kid, every child, everyone needs to have some sort of good memory, because that's what this time of the season is all about.
I would wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and even if things aren't going as good as you thought they would, it still will get better, so I want you to stay strong.
Midakue oyase, which meaning is to all my relatives.
Dear Santa, I have been a good girl this year. I help my parents at home and I work outside a lot with my dad, hauling wood for people who need to keep warm. I treat others how I want to be treated and I respect my elders.
Dear Santa, I help my grandma do things in the house like clean up. I help my grandma with my laundry. I help watch my little cousins. I'm doing good in school and I finish my work and work really hard in school.